Where you're watching the show from. Joining me now are some of the cast members who are going to be featured part of a play that I think this book, we read it, for those of us who are millennials, we read it in high school, and I cannot believe that all these years later, this story is still echoing through classrooms, stages, and it's still relevant today. All right, so now together tonight we'll get to explore the play, their personal journeys, and the very real political pulse of Kenya right now. Now, it's not just a performance, and like many others that we see at KNT, this is a conversation about courage and a moment that we all need to be a part of. Welcome to the studio, guys. Welcome to the trend. Okay, Sawa. So starting with Gadwill, everyone, please introduce yourselves.
All right. My name is Gadwill Odhiambo. I am an actor. I am a scriptwriter, an assistant director. Some of the people know me as a teacher, a lecturer. Yeah, it depends on the venue. But most importantly, I am an actor, and I play Mwelusi in Kifo Kisimani.
All right. Yes. Okay, you're a lecturer?
Yeah.
Right. Like in uni?
Yes.
You seem very young.
I know.
You must be younger than some of your students.
No,
do they,
not really.
No?
No.
Okay, all right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Bwana director.
Asante. My name is Martin Kigondu. On the ID is actually the other way around, Kigondu Martin. Definitely an African first. I direct, I love directing, both film and stage. Stage is definitely the mother, and I love it so much. I do radio as well. I podcast as well. This is Busy Being Born podcast and Casually Human. I train, I teach. I do not his teaching. I write as well for both screen and stage. So the arts are my life.
Clearly. Yeah. Wow, you've listed all of them. You're on stage and off the stage. Yeah. A lot of the times when we meet directors, they shy behind, you know, just action and cut and please let me get more of this. And I loved that you said you're African fast.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Wow, what a time to introduce myself after. I think mine is the shortest. My name is Abenteke. I'm an actor and a director.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you've done this how long?
Huh?
How long have you done this now?
Acting. I think this is my 13th or 14th year. Yeah.
All right. Okay. And directing?
Directing, this is my second year.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you learning from Martin or?
Actually, he's my teacher, one of my teachers. And Ndenga too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ndenga my producer?
Yeah.
Hapa anakuanga tu joker. So kuna mahali watu muheshimu?
Kuna mahali anaheshimika.
So did you guys do Kifo Kisimani in high school?
Yeah.
You did it, Mato?
I did.
You did?
I didn't.
Oh, wewe ni wa juzi?
You were juicy sana, but
they were juicy sana.
Yeah.
Juicy sana. So whose idea was this to? Because I thought back when we were in school, we already had people come and do the plays, especially before KCSE. How did you think? You know what? We need to bring back this book that is still relevant in 2025.
Why not? Why not now? Now is as important as it was back then, especially for a public audience. The most exciting office to answer that would probably be the producers, because for the rest of us, it was the core. You're ready? Let's do it. Let's run with it.
Yeah.
But we cannot hide to the fact that it is as relevant and as urgent a production as it would have been 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it will be, because the human condition doesn't change that much. We're almost predictable. You put this type of people in this type of positions, this type of thing will happen. So 5 years, 10 years from now, it will still be as potent, and we are honored to be the first ones to do it for the public in such a way.
Yes. I wish you had the author. I know he was supposed to come, right? Yeah. And then, of course, he couldn't make it. Yeah. But I just wanted to ask him, just like you've said, I mean, how did he know? I mean, did he know that it would still be relevant, that we would still be living through the same thing that he was talking about back then? All right, so now, Benteke, he said he's playing Mwelusi. What are you playing?
I'm playing Bokono.
All right, so tell me about your character, starting with you.
Okay, Bokono is the leader of these fixtures. It can either be a country or a county. It's a fixtures. Let me go with the country. It's a fixtures country. So Bokono is the is the leader, like I can call, yeah, the leader of the county, the country that is in the process of, you know, facing change. The residents of this area known as Butangi, they are forcing for new leadership and change from the way they're being run or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You meant fictitious?
Yes.
All right. So tell me about Mwelusi. I think Mwelusi was the main character.
Yeah.
All right. Tell me about him.
If you look at it that way. Well, Mwelusi, for me, Mwelusi has always just been a voice for the people, a voice for the oppressed, a voice for those people who can't like speak up because of fear or stuff like that. So Mwelusi, for me, is a representation of a voice for the people, a voice for the oppressed, yeah, and to speak for those who feel like the society has put them down and they need somebody to speak up for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Martin, rereading the book and, you know, bringing back the play, did it in any way change your views on politics, on justice, your views on death, especially with the police brutality that we have been speaking about for a better part of last year in 2025?
Oh, for sure. This could be probably the third time I interact with it, breaking it down into 3 levels. It would be as a student first, when you do it just because it's part of schoolwork.
Yeah.
And I was part of the first class to do it. And I remember at first there was envy because we didn't get to do what the other guys were doing, because you're always excited to, you know, I'll do what those guys are doing, then they made the shift. So doing it at first was, you know, just as any student would, you take it for granted. Then I also did it as an actor, doing traveling performances, which I did for quite a while, did a couple of roles in there. And that's the second iteration. And in this level, it was more of, you're going to work. So by the time this season was coming, of course I had to meet it in a different way, because now as a director, I get the honor of not just playing, you know, for pay or any other way, but this time putting my energy and my voice in there. And of course, this time also having a chat with the writer, you know? So of course, this time I'd have to look at it different, especially because I happen to be a young man in such a time, you know? I am able, I am healthy, I am gifted. So in what way would I then use my capacity to bring change, you know, in a subtle way? And yes, art doesn't cause revolution immediately, but what it does, it plants a seed, you know? Yeah, just start thinking about these things. We might see the fruits 50 years from now, but well and good. So of course, this time I had to look at it as the leader of this vision. Speaking with Professor is, you know, the conversation is, where was your mind? So that I sit back and go, okay, so how do I then interpret this? So yes, a third time in, new fresh vision.
Yes, and then also you're much older now. So before it was a book, right? It planted the seed, but you didn't quite understand what it was all about. Now as a tax-paying adult, you know, hauna shisho, shifo, you know what I'm saying? Like now you're living Kifo, Kisimani. Now, not me calling him Mwelusi. What parallels do you draw between Kenya today and Kifo, Kisimani?
Of course, like he said, it's a fictitious, set in a fictitious setting. So, in a way, of course, we can't really shy away from what is happening. Yeah, we just try to, even as we rehearse, we try and look at the lines and think, in a possible society, what does a book mean for change? In a society in 2025, what does it mean for me as an actor? What does it mean for other people or the audience coming to watch it? So that's how I look at it as the writing is so important, and the writing it challenges a lot of actors and a lot of literature to speak up against oppression and things like that.
Yes, because people are still oppressed.
Yes.
We're still talking about corruption. We're still talking about greed. You being one of the leaders in the book, okay, not in real life. By the way. But you know, as you play this role, there's some lines, I bet, or moments that stayed with you long after rehearsal. Were there that you remember?
Yes. and the fact that this guy is living in denial, the fact that he assumes that he still has the masses still support him, those are things that I personally feel are still happening in Kenya. In Kenya, yeah.
Yeah, and it's quite unfortunate.
Yes.
One thing I also wish is that more Kenyans would come out to watch these plays every single weekend. Nambiwanga Kenti wa imeja. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, several, different shows throughout the day. What is the one thing, Martin, as a director, that you wish Kenyans would understand more about performing arts in theater?
Oof, shifting culture is super integral to building society, The only thing that makes us different from animals is we tell stories, So storytelling being as important, then it has to be at the forefront of moving culture just as importantly as language does, So if only we had 0.1% of Nairobians going to the theater, we'd actually have something bigger than a sector. What we have now is the theater sector. We are still very juakali. In fact, add in there the filmmakers as well and what we do on cinema. If only we had 0.1% of Kenyans going to this place.
0.1?
0.1.
It would make that big of a difference.
Quite. Think about it. Nairobi, we're about 6-7 million, right? We're just asking for 100,000 people per weekend going to the theaters, be it the cinemas, be it the plays that we get to watch, Yes. If only we had that, then we'd have an industry. And this is one of those industries that supports so many things. You'd get the actors, you'd get the writers, we eat. So the guys who are doing the food, the guys who are doing the transport, it's an industry by itself. So if only we saw more Kenyans trying to dip their fingers in this and appreciating this. The thing with us is we just do this for the festivals, music festivals, drama festivals, that's it.
Yeah.
So you have a bunch of certificates, but you never really get to actually live and be an artist by, So if only more Kenyans would see this, not only as an opportunity to make money, but also as an opportunity to move culture forward. You move culture, then you move everything else. This is the only way the powers that be will realize that people are speaking. This is the only way the education system will be like, what, through the arts we're getting to see there is so much room for us to do so much better.
Yes.
This is the only way the police service would, see themselves and think, okay, if this is what the artists see, and this is the way we actually are because they're clearly the mirror, then we could do better. We
could do a lot better. And also even for people to learn. Sometimes you see it on TV, like the recent Superman movie that came out. I don't know if you noticed, but there was a play about Israel and Palestine. But they couldn't outrightly say, this is what they're going, it's oppression. Venye tu umesema sana ni kioo cha jamii, sindio? All right, so I know we could go on and on. My questions are so many. But just tell me when, so can people go watch it tomorrow? Is it still on, Ben?
Yes, it's on tomorrow, which is the 2nd of August and 3rd of August. We have 4 shows lined up for you. And 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. The venue is Jeng Bavan in Loresho. Charges are 1,500 and 2,000 at the gate.
All right, 2,000. Osoro, munajua huyu? Munamjua huyu? He actually, let me tell you, Godwill, aka Mwelusi, Osoro wants a part. Okay, I said I'll talk to Martin. So
I've always asked you to vouch for me.
I am vouching.
But still,
oh, Aje? Oh, na madem. Mo nataka madem.
They've been rehearsing for a
whole month. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's on. The mic is on.
There.
Yeah, the mic is on. It should be on. Ama niongee kando ya guest. I don't know if I'm audible enough.
So you played Kifo. You also played.
I've acted. Yeah, I've had the same experience as Martin. Like first as a student in high school.
Yes.
In case you doubted, God, like high school.
Yeah, okay. Ulisoma wewe unaongeanga kusoma. I'm joking.
You may talk kwa roho, but it's okay. And then later on as a set books actor, and I really thank God for that stage because it was a foundation that has held me till where I am right now. And a few actors squeeze me feel kuna shortcuts. But it's a conversation if you had wengine watakwambia wewe kama uliteseka usijaribu
Ngoja, Godwill ndo hapa the Gen Zs of all of us. So why does he say that? Because of social media?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, because you can just be famous by
social
doing a
media
few things on.
unaonyesha tu watu leo belt ni hii, ya Tuesday ni hii, na ni hii, you are famous and higher.
And actually, I don't know if Martin has done this, Ben or Gadwell, and you guys can tell me. So a personality with no experience and a pewa two role. Alafu analipwa double what you guys are earning. Has that happened Osoro? You guys, yes? It has happened, Ben?
Yeah, like mbona umemuuliza unaona ni kama yeye ameipatia hapo rais ya. Why would of the three of us?
I know Martin because I was like yendo ana hire watu, so of course yezi muuliza. So I asked the three of you.
Yeah, okay. But I think it has happened. Nasin haina ubaya. Like we all don't need to suffer. But for me, I feel like it played a big role. Ilikuwa na mateso mingi sana. If I have to talk about how much was being paid then, but there's nothing as beautiful as appreciating a journey, regardless of what happened. But asking of the roles I played, I think I did Askari Watatu. I think I did all the silly whatever. Even Zigu I did.
Comedic ones.
Yeah, those ones. Hizo ndo zilikuanga zangu. Mimi I'm funny.
Yeah, you are funny.
Funny.
I don't think funny people say they're funny. But Osoro is actually quite hilarious. And do you know those moments are needed?
Yeah.
A lot of us when we watch those movies when it's too serious, right? But that's why they always have a black token actor to at least say a few things here.
No, like actually when Martin didn't hire me, I was like, I'm attacking kitu kwe serious.
Ataki kwe bigi. Ataki kwe bigi. Ataki kwe successful. And then so you said that you remember how much you were being paid. You're not being paid a lot. Is there any difference from how much?
A lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Tusema watoto wa siku hizi wanaikula rahisi. We really mean it because 150 shillings to 200 na umeact for karibu 2 hours. No, ilikuwa karibu 2 hours to 3 maybe, inategemea na how serious the group is. Because kuna wale wangesema mistari zote na kuna wale like Menteke looks like a very serious guy. Mistari zote. But trust me, mimi wanafunzi wangenishikia kitabu hivi. Wameruka.
No, but Ben looks very serious.
He's a serious guy.
No wonder his roles are always president, governor,
dictator.
Dictator.
Yeah.
Okay.
You met me.
Drug lord.
Drug lord.
Who wrote it?
Kitaka Wamberia?
Unajua alikuwa anafanya?
I mean, I remember my lines 10 years plus.
Okay.
It must be 14 years later. I remember my lines like mbona huli, kwani hivi nafanya nini? Na lima. That's Nyalwe and Bokono. Huko mbele. Mistari za Askari Watatu sizikumbuki vizuri, but there was a lot of... nakumbuka.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
okay, fine. So please make sure that you come out tomorrow on Sunday as well. So the shows twice, right? So 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Alibad 1,000 bob, advance 1,500. Please get your tickets. Come and support art. It's the only way that we can push the needle forward. It's the only way genuinely our industry can grow. It's how the Nigerian entertainment industry grew. You have to come and support us. Hollywood and Bollywood. In fact, if you go, Indians don't even consume other movies. Tanzania and Uganda consume so much of their own art. It is ridiculous. And we need to do the same. Please, let's do the same. All right, so thank you so much, guys. All the best. Kept you long enough. Hey, what do you mean?
I'll have to be there.
Yeah. Okay, sawa.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there. Just in case kuna msanii drop like.
Yes.
You know msanii anaweza fika huko asahau. I can confirm during that time kulikuwa na hiyo sana. Kuna mtu ako tu standby na mistari ukijaribu kuleta mchezo. You go home.
Even sometimes during rehearsal they come to rehearse your role. Like your character is you Mwelusi and I come to do Mwelusi and I'm waiting for Martin to hear because I know he'll pick me. It's a very dangerous world. It's a dangerous. Anyway, we have to take a quick break. Are we taking a break? We're taking a quick break. Let's pay some bills, okay? We need to earn some money. The hashtag is Yamina at the Trend Live. We have more coming up after the break.